everyone, and welcome back to English Corner. Today, I want to share a very helpful resource for anyone preparing for the B1 preliminary or PET exam. I'll be showing you a guide on how to write an email, available on exam.com. Before we start, I want to be clear. I am not the author of this material. All credit goes to Adam Skimins, who created this excellent guide. His work on exam.com is clear, practical, and extremely useful for Cambridge exam candidates. I truly appreciate the quality of his explanations and examples. In this video, I'm simply presenting the content to make it easier for learners who prefer audio support. Let's take a look at the guide and review the key points for writing an email in the B1 preliminary or PET exam. On the page, you'll see a clear article navigation menu, which makes it easy to jump to any part of the guide. It includes sections such as the structure of a B1 preliminary email, how to write it, example answers and questions, a useful template, tips, a writing checklist, and helpful phrases and expressions. This layout is very organized and helps you quickly find exactly what you need while preparing for the exam. Emails are the only mandatory task in B1 preliminary or PET Cambridge exam, which means you don't have a choice and you have to write an email. You usually write an email in B1 preliminary or PET to a friend or teacher. The subject of the email can be various situations that take place at school or in life. For example, a class meeting, a trip with friends, or the organization of a birthday party for someone you know. In the exam task, you will find 4 content points to complete. For example, you will have to agree or disagree with something, give your opinion, suggest, or explain something. Now let's look at the structure of a B1 preliminary email. This guide breaks it down into simple steps. First, you open the email with a greeting, such as, "Hi, Tom," or "Dear Ms. Brown." Next comes the opening paragraph, where you say hello and include a friendly sentence connected to the situation. Then you move to the main content, which is the most important part. You usually write 2 or 3 short paragraphs, one for the first required point, another for the second point, and if needed, a third for any additional information. After that, you write the closing paragraph, where you finish with a friendly final sentence. And finally, you close the email with expressions like love, all the best, take care, or best wishes, followed by your name. This structure helps you stay organized and make sure you include everything the exam requires. If you still feel uncertain about how to organize your email, this guide also provides a very helpful starter template. It gives you a ready-made structure that you can follow and adapt to the task. Here, you can see an example of how to begin your email, either to a friend or to a teacher, using a natural greeting and a friendly opening sentence. The template then shows you how to answer each required point. First question, second question, and third question, all in short, clear paragraphs. It also includes suggestions for how to end your email in a friendly way, depending on who you're writing to. And finally, it gives you closing expressions like best wishes, followed by your name. This template is a great starting point for learners who need guidance on building a clear, organized email for the B1 preliminary exam. Now let's look at the practice tasks included in this guide. These are real-style B1 preliminary email questions that you can use to test yourself. Each task follows the same format you'll see in the exam. You're given a short situation, and you must write an email responding to specific points. As you go through these tasks, try to use the structure we just reviewed, answer all the required points, keep your tone friendly and appropriate, and stay within the word limit. Feel free to pause the video and write your own answers. This is an excellent way to practice and build confidence before the exam. Next, let's look at some useful tips for writing a strong B1 preliminary email. These suggestions can really help you improve your writing and avoid common mistakes. First, it's important to learn a set of useful phrases and expressions for greetings, openings, closings, and saying goodbye. Knowing these in advance saves time in the exam and helps you avoid unnecessary errors. Second, make sure your email is well structured and visually clear. You can use the starter template we saw earlier. Cambridge examiners pay close attention to organization, punctuation, and sentence clarity, so remember to use periods and commas correctly and avoid very long sentences. Another important tip is to read and analyze the task carefully. Make sure you understand exactly what the assignment is asking you to do. If you're unsure, you can always refer back to this guide for help. And finally, if you feel almost ready but still want extra support, you can use the app provided on the website to submit your email and get it checked. These tips can make a big difference in your preparation and help you write confidently during the exam. Now, let's move on to the writing checklist. This is a very helpful tool to make sure your email is complete and correct before you finish. The checklist reminds you to check the most important elements. Did you answer all the required points? Is your email well organized into clear paragraphs? Did you use appropriate greetings and closings? Is your language friendly and suitable for the situation? Are your sentences clear with correct punctuation and grammar? And finally, are you within the word limit? Going through this checklist before submitting your email, whether in practice or in the exam, can help you catch small mistakes and improve the overall quality of your writing. And finally, let's take a look at the useful phrases and expressions provided in the guide. These are excellent to learn and memorize because they help you write naturally and confidently during the exam. Here, you'll find ready-made phrases for different parts of your email: how to greet someone, how to start your opening paragraph, expressions for giving information or answering questions, and several options for closing your email politely. Using these phrases not only saves time in the exam, but also makes your writing sound more fluent and appropriate for the B1 level. This section is a great resource, especially for learners who struggle to find the right words when writing under time pressure. That's it for today's guide on writing a B1 preliminary email. All credit goes to Adam Skimins and exam.com for this excellent resource. If you found this video helpful, like, comment, and subscribe to English Corner for more English tips and lessons. Good luck with your practice, and see you in the next lesson.